Welcome back to Noise212. I'm your host, JP Solis, and tonight we have a very special guest, DJ Tameil, the founder of Brick City Club, also known as Jersey Club, fresh off his DJ set. First of all, Tameil, I just want to let you know that we're huge fans of your productions.
Thank you.
Most of the tracks that you put out, I play at the club, and they go over really well,
Very
especially with the
appreciated.
ladies. So yeah, tell us a little bit about like how you got started and how you kind of created the sound of Jersey
Okay,
Club.
how I got started, or how I started the Brick City sound.
Okay, how you started with
I can
Brick
just run
City
everything
sound.
real short.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
As a kid, while everybody else was playing with toys and everything like that, my passion was music. My next door neighbor was Redman. He was a DJ before he was
Redman,
a rapper.
the rapper.
Yeah. So that's like family to me. That's like, my cousin. Him and my uncles were DJs. Cutting school, which it's not. Don't cut school. You need to stay in school. Get that education and everything like that to get these dollars. But anyway,
Word.
they cutting school and everything like that. So that's all I had around me was music. So while everybody else is playing with toys, I'm running around with a battery operated turntable. You remember the plastic joint?
Oh wow,
Yeah, man. So my first couple of records was given to me by his mom, which was
By
like
Redman's mom?
Yeah, it was like James Brown, Living in America, New Edition, Candy Girl. I remember the records. That's how passionate I am about this music. But anyway, fast forward to a couple of years later. Now, my first gig. Well, I wouldn't even say gig. I'm on stage at my uncle's wedding, and he's DJing. But he's just like, yo, hop up on the stage and play a record. They were already teaching me. Now I'm 7 years old. I get up there, I drop EU's Doing the Butt. Doing the Butt. Everybody went crazy. From then on, I was just like, I want to be a DJ.
At 7 years old.
Yeah. So where
That's
the
amazing.
production comes in, is like I started hanging around like, I had friends here. Shout out to my man DJ Pro. I was just around him, Artifacts, Redman for one. Lords of the Underground lived around the corner.
Wow.
Then we got Naughty, we got everybody, So shout out to Jersey on that. But I started paying attention to like how songs were being made, samples and everything like that. I just very musical. So when I'm hearing, they sampling this, sampling that, I'm like, yo, I know that song. I know that song from somewhere. I'm like, yo, I could do this too. I started hanging around Techniques, Rod Lee, KW Griff. Shout out to them. That's the ones that gave me the blessings for this Jersey Club. The Jersey Club comes from the Baltimore sound.
Sure.
Sent me back here and was like, create my own branch. That's where the Brick City sound came from. So, during that time, it was just me alone. I had the CD scene on lock and everything like that. So it was just like, all right, I run everything. So everybody that wanted to know about club music had to come to me.
Really.
And
And this was in Newark, so you had like the
in Newark.
mixtape game.
Yeah,
on
so
lock.
it went viral from there. From Newark, it spread to Elizabeth, Irvington, everywhere. It just went, out of state. It just spilled over like, and I'm grateful for everybody that was buying the CDs, supporting the music, all of that stuff like that. Now like I got a huge family, Brick Bandits. I got my man J Hood here.
J Hood's in the
I got I got DJ 0 for 1. It's a huge
for
family,
one's in the
man.
building. Yeah.
Huge family.
How did that family grow? Is it kind of like they come to you with demos and then you're just like, oh, this sounds really good. Let me
Actually,
put this guy on.
a lot of times people come to us and, I guess they figure, it's like we run the scene.
Yeah.
As you see, the movement that moves everything.
Yep. Yep.
That's what we use, but a lot of people see that, they really see that.
Yep.
We put out so much work and everything like that. They come to us like, yo, how do you get down with Brick Bandits? Now, we don't want like a whole bunch of negativity, nothing like that. You got to have something going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they come to us. We might listen to them. Sometimes we even go to them. We like, yo, like, you hot.
Yeah.
Who are you with? And we just drag everybody together.
Who's one of the artists that kind of where that kind of happened? Where it's like
Where
you
that
just
kinda
heard
happened?
you heard this guy's record and you're like, yo,
DJ J Hood.
J Hood.
I can go
Nice,
with that. I
nice.
can go with so many, man.
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
J Hood, Natus, Slink. I can run down the line, man.
Word.
Tigger, everybody, man. Like, we just built a tight family, man. And we just focusing on everybody. I'm not just mainly focused on myself.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a family. So
Yeah.
the same way that you might teach your little brothers and cousins and stuff like that, into doing something good, that's what we're doing here in this family.
And do you guys share samples and kick drums and
Yeah,
things of
we
that
do. And at the same time, we got some people that just leak it out and then everybody's sharing it.
nature? Word.
So then everybody starts to sound the same. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing I want to say on a production tip. Like, you know, do your own thing. You don't have to worry about what everybody's doing. You know, Baltimore club hasn't been here forever. There was club music before that. You know, Chicago started all of this. And, you know, if you listen to Percolator, if you listen to Let Me See Your Footwork, all that, it didn't have that Baltimore sound. So nowadays, I don't understand why everybody feels like it has to sound just like the track this dude did or that dude. You know, do your own thing.
Right.
If it's good music, we're gonna play it.
Sure. Wow. Tell us a little more about like your production technique. How do you go about doing a remix, for example? Do you hear like a Rihanna record play on the radio and like, I want to sample like that part
Yeah, it
right
happens
there?
that way a lot of times.
Yeah.
It happens like, okay, yo, those hot samples in that song, you know, I'm gonna chop them up and use them in my own kit. At the same time, all right, this is a song that's big in the clubs right now. I'm gonna do my version, you know, so I don't have to play the same thing that everybody else is playing. You know, that's the difference. A lot of people get it confused these days with, you know, DJs and producers, but at the same time, a lot of DJs are not doing their jobs either. A lot of DJs right now, you know, they just go and listen to, say like they'll listen to Hot 97 or something like that. They hear a set playing on there and then they write it all down, memorize it and everything like that, and everybody's playing the same set. And I'm like, what happened to, like, you know, introducing music to people? But then the people changed that too. Nowadays, you can play something new and everybody's looking at you like you're retarded. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
3 weeks later, once everybody done burned it and everything like that, oh, that's my joint. I played it for you 3 weeks ago and you didn't like it. You know, but that's how it is. You know, I'm real, man. I speak on what I see. I speak on what I came from and all of that, you know, so.
Definitely.
That's what it is.
And what do you use to produce, Tameil?
What I used to produce? A lot of people don't know back in the day, I was rapping. You like, I mentioned, you know, Redman, Artifacts and all of that, you know, so seeing that Redman was like cousin to me. I'm like, yo, I actually have somebody close to me that actually made it in the business and everything like that. So now I see this as reality.
Yeah.
You know, I used to think like, man, that's fake stuff. They making people put names on them saying they famous and this and that. So once I see that, I'm just like, oh, you can actually make it out here. So at the time, I'm in high school. I had like a little rap group. Forget what we named it, man. But anyway, you know, writing little rhymes and everything like that, you know, and I stuck with it for a couple of years. But the musical side of me was like, you know what, you want to do more production. I was more into the beat. So that's where that came from.
And you use like Acid Pro or Fruity Loops or?
Yeah, Acid Pro, I done went through the MPC 60, MPC 2000, you name it, I did it.
Question, how do you get that Tameil swing?
How do you get that Tameil swing? I'm gonna tell you like this,
man,
I'm retarded. Like, no, but for real.
Your records
like,
just swing like crazy, man.
Yeah, but a lot of times my ideas come from, like I said, you know, listen to a song like, yo, that's hot, I'm gonna do my version, this and that. Sometimes it just comes from us just sitting around you know how like a song come on the radio and you just get the idea to change the words to it and you like make some retarded shit up. Like, anything, you know. That's how I do a lot of times. Like, I'll be thinking of something, I'll be like, man, that's a crazy idea. You know, people gonna laugh at it, but at the same time, it'll get stuck in their heads and they're gonna run with it.
Right.
You know, and I might go from that idea to like, okay, I'm gonna take the funny side out of it and I'm gonna make it something serious. Sometimes it's in between. You know, my ideas are just all over the place. I just do whatever works. If I can move to it, I'll shop it to somebody else. I'll be like, yo, listen to this real quick. We do that a lot. We'll send tracks to each other like, yo, listen to this, what you think? You know, put it on SoundCloud, put it here, put it there. And, you know, if people like it, then you just put it out.
It's cool. Who's exciting you right now as far as like an artist? Who's inspiring you right now?
Women. Women.
Okay.
No, for real though. No, for real though. Like, yo, it's a lot of people out here, man. Like, Afrojack.
Okay, yeah, I heard you play some Afrojack records. That's tell us a little bit about how you got inspired by Afrojack. Is it his synth work? Is it like the bleeps?
That too. Plus, he does like his sound is kind of like ours.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of that.
Yeah.
The kick patterns.
But you know, he's got his own flavor to it.
Sure.
And like he grew so much, man. It's crazy. You know, I've been in parties, Chicago, all over the place, and like his tracks come on and people just go crazy, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about like a sea of people just,
Sure.
fist pump ain't got nothing to do with Jersey, but that's just how they do.
And have you hooked up with Afrojack at all?
I haven't had a chance to, but I like
Yeah.
to.
Cool.
There's a lot of people I would like to do tracks with.
Yeah.
I mean, I can run down the line all day mentioning names, but to keep it short.
Cool. Well, any advice for up and coming producers out there who are trying to kind of like you said, establish their own sound?
That's advice right there.
Yeah.
Establish your own style. You don't really have to go off of what everybody else is doing. Do your own thing. If it makes you move, test it out on other people. See how they like it. That's how we get new sounds, new genres, all of that. There's a lot of genres existing right now that, in the 80s, 90s, before that wasn't here. You never know what you might create. I mean, shout out to Mike Q. Mike Q
Oh, wow,
is
yeah.
running his own scene right now.
Mike Q,
That's another
definitely.
example right there. You do your own thing, and if people like it, they're gonna like it. You can't.
For sure. And that's what he said. It took 5 years. It's like he was doing ballroom for 5
It
years.
took 5 years, but it worked.
Yeah, definitely.
And now it's like you're traveling the world right now. That's all I can say about that.
Yep. How do you EQ your tracks? J Hood was mentioning something about how like you EQ.
That's a secret. I'm
Okay.
telling everybody.
It's a secret sauce. Tameil's got like an EQ secret sauce. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Tameil.
No problem,
It's
man.
been a
Anytime.
pleasure.
All right.
Yeah, JP Solis, Noise212, DJ Tameil. We'll see you again next week.
Word.